What's up, everyone? So here's another fun one. If you logged in to look for your updates and things like that lately, you'll notice this at the top. There is a security hole in the Autodesk installer that could potentially lead to elevated permissions for non-admins on stuff. So they put out a patch. So we're going to go and do a deployment with this. So I've already come in and downloaded the Autodesk installer. This is version, I think it's 2.19 is the update. I think if you've installed anything since the release that has the installer in it, yeah, 2.19. This is the mitigated version where the issue's fixed, so we're going to deploy this out. So first thing, we're going to come in and look at it to make sure we know what the install commands are. So I've already taken a peek at this, full disclosure, but we're going to do this again. My quotes because I have a space. Go into my Autodesk folder, and we're going to take a look at the file. We're going to try it with the help. It could be the /h, but we're going to double check. Alright, so this is going to bring up is kind of the install options on this exe. So you can see we have an unattended with minimal dialogue. You can use that. You can do an option file. You can add debugging. The installation mode, you can just do unattended. You can add a debug. You can set the installer language if you want something other than English, and you could set an error file. So this is similar to one of the other Autodesk installers for the license service. So we're going to come and look at one of our old ones for that, because that has the same mode, unattended. And we're going to use this as kind of the base of our install. So we're going to come in here. We're going to just grab the name and really just kind of change this in our install. So we'll grab that. Now I have installed 2026.4. I have no idea if it updated this already, but we're going to run this. So there's our file really quickly. We're going to go back out and rename this. Say 219, and that's going to be our PowerShell script to run. So we'll go back to here, go back to our if I can type today. So we got that, and we're going to try to run this. It helps if you use the right key. We're going to let that run. These installers aren't usually that big, so it shouldn't take that long, but we can kind of follow along here. Assuming the unattended mode was the only thing needed, it should kick off in a minute. There's the installer. Saw it really quick. It's kind of gearing towards the top. Okay. We'll know it's done once this kind of comes to the next line. All right, so we're going to go into our registry. So under here, under your local machine software, Autodesk, you'll find your Otis. And look, we're already updated. This is going to be our target for the registry. So let's go back to Intune. We're going to package this up, and we're going to go our PowerShell is the install file, .ps1 in our output folder. Now this is not going to be a large file, so this won't take long at all, but we can close this. So start to package up. Have our registry key. So we'll go open up Intune. Go to Apps, Windows, and we will create this one as a Win32. Just to bring this up, you see it's done. It didn't take long at all. We'll close that. Gotta select this. Come and put our output. So we got our installer. You saw it was like 300 megs. So like I said, not big at all. 9. You can go get stuff from like the informational, I could grab the security warning if I wanted to, but let's say I want to put this in. None of my staff's going to read this, but for my own knowledge, I'll put that in there. Let's say it's an Autodesk app. 9. And we'll put it in our updates and add-ins. Again, these are just something you can set in your tenant, so you can divide it out however you want. For informational URL, we'll go to this one. And for our install, we just got to name this the name of our PowerShell script. So we're going to go properties, grab the name. So there's that. I'll just not do an uninstall command. Just make sure it's a form of Windows 10 at minimum. We are doing registry key, so let's bring this up. And so here's what we're going to do here. We're going to do this a little bit different because if it updates past this, I don't care. I just don't want anything below it. So we're going to come here and look at the version, because that's going to be our key, right? So we're going to say version, and we're going to grab this version number. Let's say string comparison. I want string comparison or something else. Enter. There we go. So I want it greater than. So let's say that's our version number, right? I might have to pick something else. Let's see. Version comparison. There you go. So I want something greater. I want this or greater. So let's say I just do 100, and then anything with a value greater than that, which the new patch has it, and anything past it should be bigger, will automatically upgrade to this. So if anybody already has this, then they don't have to deal with getting it. It's already greater than the value. So We don't need any dependencies here, no supersedence, because we didn't have a specific installer for this before. I'm just going to say all my devices get it. Something this small, I don't care if it's on one of my other machines. If you had a group, great, use your group. I do always exclude our conference room, like kind of Teams machines. So we can say that, our conference room devices. The one thing to remember here is when you're doing like groupings, make sure you're using the same. So if you're doing a devices, make sure your other group for excludes are also devices. Intune sometimes has trouble if it's like devices and the users. So do the same. So here, like I could have it for all users, and then I want to exclude a user group. So just FYI, and don't need to uninstall it. And this is something so small, it'll just run as people log in, or computers that are online, it'll check and do it. And it's that simple. It'll go to upload this. Like I said, it's about 375 megs, not big, so it shouldn't take long to install and be available for our staff, but literally just walk through patching all of our machines, and I think we're at maybe 10 minutes. All right, have a good one.